Peace way. Set it up your medium for Facebook. Okay.
Okay, now we're starting now, right?
No ကိုခဏလေးဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုတော့ဒီဘက်မှာ Command X
Sandy, do I need to mention you for introduction part?
It's okay ကို you don't have to mention it's okay
Terry is sitting and smiling.
Because I know that you're going to treat me very fun. That's why I'm smirking.
Yeah.
Yes, sure. You just asked me if I'm free tomorrow. So yes, I'm totally free tomorrow.
What about the next week?
It's live right now it's live
It's already we need it's study right now, right?
yes
Okay. So hello everyone. Today this is the third time for beings meeting in KMUTT Body Talk. So Fluency Butterfly International. We already we have a special meeting today with a special guest. This is our senior friends. You see this? Okay. So before this, I want to introduce myself. I'm So. Yes, another way you can call me So. My full name is So Then Jue. Now I'm also studying KMUTT University and the first year's MA program, AES program. Okay, so I would like to mention our senior friends. Okay, so please introduce yourself.
Cool. Or should I?
Okay, study from you, Terry. Okay.
Okay, so my name is Terry. I'm also one of the students from our KMUTT school, Department of the Language School of Liberal Arts, and second year of the Applied English Studies. And thank you so much for inviting me today.
Yes, thank you for introducing yourself. And what about Bakri?
Hello, thank you so much for inviting me. Hello everyone, my name is Ari and I am from the Applied English Studies program at the School of Liberal Arts KMUTT as well, second year, and I am the classmate of Terry. Good to see you everyone.
Hey, thank you for introducing yourself. Okay, so today we would like to discuss about the topic is that AI in education. Right? You know, today we cannot stand alone without AI in our education, right? So the specific topic I would like to discuss in our FBI poster is that the impact of artificial intelligence on personalized learning and student success in education. It means that the impact of AI and how it affects the student learning, how it affects the student success in the education. Okay, so for the first of all, I would like to ask Terry, I would like to mention Terry for the AI role and is how it affects our education. Okay, so the first thing is how has artificial intelligence transformed personalized learning in education? So how is going in your opinion?
Okay, so before I answer this question, I feel like we need to explain what really AI is. So AI is a short form of artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence means that like a robot that support us to do the human tasks, such as like typing, writing, checking grammar. Actually, everything we do together with a machine can be artificial intelligence. Right now, we are using the computer laptop. These are also the artificial intelligence. So these are the AI. But recently, AI has been developed a lot. And we are already familiar with a lot of tools such as ChatGPT, Perplexity, Grammarly, and etc. So these all can be considered as an AI, artificial intelligence, which support art in a lot of industry. But we are from the accreditation background. So we all are working as a English language teacher in our respective country, right? So for the accreditation, we use these two as well. And to answer your question, it is about the personalized learning. In the classroom, when we teach our students, sometimes we even have to use these AI tools such as ChatGPT to brainstorm the ideas or give the prompts and outline for the student as well. And it helps the students to improve their learning in the classroom. And when they know how to use these tools in the classroom, they adapt it when they study by themselves. So this can lead to the personalized learning. Personalized learning means that how they learn by themselves, like independent learning skills as well, how they try to improve themselves. So I believe that AI is a really helpful for the students to improve themselves in their daily life. Even without the instructor, even without the teachers, they can learn by themselves by using these AI tools. However, there are still some drawbacks of using AI, such as AI is not a real human, so there is no human interaction. You can get the immediate feedback, you can get the immediate response from the AI, but it will not be, it will not have a human interaction, and it will not have the sense of being belonging. It is not the same with a human, and sometimes it could also lead to the confusion because the student cannot understand and they ask again and again, but they have the same response, things like that. That's why, yeah, I would like to say that AI is a very good tool, but I don't think it can replace the teacher yet. However, for personalized learning, yeah, it is very useful to use, and I would really recommend all the students to use as well.
Thank you for your discussion about this topic. Yes. According to your mention, you says a lot of valuable tools in our educational system, just like Grammarly, Perplex, and ChatGPT. Okay, something like that. Even though Zoom is also AI too. Okay, so you thought about according to the AI help, the student can learn themselves, just like independent learning. So even it's like this, we can reduce the role of teachers in our classroom. That's when the teachers can have many time for themselves. You mean that then, okay? So, but you mentioned some kind of drawbacks. Yes, we agree that we cannot depend on 100% to AI, use me, right? So that we need to think about the drawback. Yes, it can have a lot of drawback according to your mention. Yes, okay, thank you. Is your discussion about this topic. Okay, what about Ari?
Okay, thank you so much. So for the opportunity. So relating to Terry's response about the first question, I do agree with what Terry just said before. And he also tried to, present the opinion from the teacher's perspective. And here, since I'm not an English teacher, so I would like to share my opinion based on my perspective as a student who, use AI and also use AI to help my learning process. For example, like what just Terry said before, there are some tools like Grammarly and also Google Translate, ChatGPT, and something like that. It is very, very helpful for us as a student. So for example, if we have to write something academic, for example, like as a master student, we have a lot of assignment related to writing, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes we really need to check our grammar to Grammarly, and it helps a lot in terms of, fixing our grammatical error and something like that. And yeah, that can be one thing. And another thing that we can also, utilize AI in terms of our education is that, for example, sometimes, especially now I am writing on my thesis, and writing is very hard. Sometimes we have to bring a lot of ideas and stuff like that. Sometimes we got stuck. So sometimes I write in my own language first, in my first language first, which is Bahasa Indonesia because I'm from Indonesia. And then once I finish writing in Bahasa Indonesia, so sometimes I translate it to English. Yeah. So that will be, easier for me. For example, if I don't have any, if I got stuck and I don't really know what to write in English, then I have to translate. And sometimes I use Google Translate. And when I use Google Translate, sometimes I feel like the quality is not that good. So I try to use another devices, not another application like ChatGPT. And it turns out that ChatGPT is better, in terms of the translation. It's more natural and something like that. So actually, there are a lot of things that we can do as a student to, help us in assisting our learning process. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for your discussion about the topic. Yes, you mentioned already. You mentioned that when you do the thesis, okay, ChatGPT is helpful for you, right? Okay, and then yes, I agree with you. We cannot formulate our writing system in writing our assignment, our thesis field because we have a lot of things to do. So yes, it is deniable. We cannot deny the AI help. So we need them. Just like for you mentioned, as an example, Google Translate. So Google Translate is not, it's not good at the AI. Yes, so AI is much better than Google Translation, right? Yeah, you mentioned you translate your language to English and you made them right. So yes, according to your answer, yes, I agree that yes, AI is very good for our learning process, right? Again, Grammarly, yes, you mentioned Grammarly, check our grammar, yes. Sometimes we are human, right? We always make mistakes. That's why we need them to check our writings, even though sometimes we forget, just like singular, plural nouns. Sometimes this is sometimes we may be asleep. Our eye may be asleep, This, yeah, AI notice this, and that's why AI is helpful to us. Okay, thank you for your discussion. Okay, so let's move on to. So when we come to the AI and how is affect our education. So the second point I would like to discuss this. Okay, how can AI help teachers better tailor instruction to meet individual students' needs? Okay, okay, studying with our friends Terry.
Okay, so I believe your question is how can AI help to the teachers, right?
Yes.
In so many ways, I might say, because teachers are not always the teachers all the time. We can
Yes. Yeah.
be the student at some way or another. So I would say that there are so many ways that AI could help us. For example, like right now I am teaching and also doing a research on AI. So in that way, should I say that when I'm feel so lazy and I just put a criteria in a ChatGPT and I ask ChatGPT to mark my student answer. Such kind of way you can use that, but it is
Okay.
not always good to use like that because,
Mhm.
like I said, it is not a human way. Sometimes it cannot give the perfect feedback. I don't say human can give the perfect feedback, but AI cannot give the perfect feedback as well. It just, transform the themes based on the prompts that you give. For example, like you ask them to check for the grammar, it will only check the grammar. If you want to change the vocabulary, then it will only change vocabulary only. So it depends on how you use it. So to align with your question, yes, it is helpful, but depends on how you use it, how the prompts that you give. For me, I use it for sometimes I use it for giving a feedback. I use it for like marking, and or maybe sometimes I use it for the brainstorming the ideas. There were times that I cannot think of anything what to teach my student because I have finished all the lesson. The coursework have also finished. It is to the end of the course that the topic is I ran out of the topics. So at that time, I asked the ChatGPT, what should I teach? What should I teach? And then they give me the full lesson plan. So it is also the helpful, but we cannot copy all the lesson plan from the ChatGPT or the publicity. Sometimes we need to update as well. So yeah, there are so many ways. It depends on you how you use it.
Yes, thank you for your discussion, this topic. Yes, it's a very valuable insights about AI and how it help the teacher role. Yes, you mentioned a lot of experience about your teachers. Yeah, according to you did you are doing, we can say that you are doing the research about AI, right? Yes, you know a lot about AI. You sometimes say that teachers need AI in their education, in their classroom, in the teaching environment. Just like because when teachers have to manage maybe over 50, 40 students. So the marquee system is a lot of energy we need, right? So when we ask ChatGPT or some other AI tool, checking the student grammar, checking the student weak points, strength points, yeah, it's very valuable. It's very helpful. So we can save time, energy too. So another point is that you mentioned, yes, yeah, we cannot depend AI 100%, yeah, when we marking, grading the student marks, the student work, the student performance, yes. Human also, right? Human cannot, according to the teacher, is a human, he or she cannot give the truly feedback to the student. So that, and according to your mention, EM plus teacher role, you need to combine, just like cooperative in the when checking the student performance, when they're conveying the lesson plan, something like that, right? Yes. The main point I like your discussion is adaptation. Yes, yes. Using AI, but with adaptation, right? Focusing on what is good, what is bad. Okay, what is good for us, what is better for us. Yes, sometimes it depends on our, how our students respond. Just like, for example, you ask ChatGPT to make the lessons plan, but this lesson plans may not align with our student needs. So that
Yeah.
in this situation, adaptation is very important. Yes. Okay, thank you for your discussion. Okay, what about Ari?
Okay, thank you so much so for
Yes.
the chance. So maybe again, because I'm not an English teacher and I'm not a teacher, so I would give another perspective from another side of me. So because I was joining an organization here in Thailand, so the name of the organization is Indonesian Student Association in Thailand, and I am the head of one of the department in that organization. And we held a lot of event, right? We held a lot of event, and we have to write a lot of funding proposal if we are going to hold an event. So that's why sometimes, as the head of the department, I use the help of ChatGPT to help me to write an outline of the proposal and also the content and everything. But yes, I agree with what Terry said and also with what you said. So we have to adjust the content. We cannot, yes, what ChatGPT did is quite good, surprisingly, but again, we have to adjust and we have to, edit again. So yeah, it really helpful in terms of our work. Yeah, but again, we need adaptation.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you for your sharing your experience too. Yes, it's very is it is also good for you. You are now have just like head of a department and organization is focused on the Indonesia, right? Okay. So when you mentioned when you did, you may have a lot of events, right? Just like celebration, participate even something somewhere. So in this time, we need the proposal, right? So that you ask AIs to to help you writing your proposal. Yeah, this is very sometime, not sometime, even I maybe nearly always and this okay. But when we come to writing something, but we cannot let it go, after using AI, we need to reread again. Okay, is it good, is it enough for our writing? Okay, for example, writing proposal, we use AI writing, so it's not enough, just let it go. We need to edit, just like re-edit again. Okay, and then just like adaptation you mentioned, right? Adjust, we need to adjust. AI plus human, right? Okay, thank you for your sharing and discussion about this. Okay, the next time I would like to start with you, Eric. Okay, and then the second point, no, another point is that what are some potential challenges or limitations of using AI in personalized learning? Yes.
Okay. The limitation of using
Yes.
AI,
Yes,
right?
limitation of AI when we doing personalized learning.
So I think, in my opinion, one of the limitation of using AI in our personalized learning is that the reliability of
Mm,
the source itself. Yeah. For example, if we ask about some theory or any sources that we ask to that AI, sometimes we cannot really trust the information that they give to us. Yeah, because of the reliability, because we don't know from what sources that they are taking this information. So maybe that's one of the limitations, so that whenever we ask for some information to AI, we need to check it again. We need to do another point of view, another sources, so that we can, really combine the quality of that information. Yeah, maybe that's one of the limitations, especially for us as students. So yeah, whenever we ask something, some information, some theory to AI, we need to really check again with another sources about the validity and about the reliability of the content.
yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your sharing opinion. Yes, I agree with you. When it comes to using AI, we cannot know where AI use these resources, these sources, so we don't know. AI also didn't mention I take this, I take this. Okay, he just answering what we are asking, right? So that's why the the answer on the opinions, I mean, like the opinions for Ian, the answers for Ian is sometimes not reliable. So that we need to notice that. We need to remember that not only sources in AI is not enough, but also we need to find another way. Okay, just adjusting, comparing. Okay, what is the difference? Okay. So because AI sometimes has bias, bias. So even though we find this way is good, but according to another scholars, sometimes we need some gaps. That's one. According to combining, according to your mention, combining AI with another sources is great for us, right? Okay, thank you for your discussion. And then what about you, Terry? When it comes to our limitation in using AI, personalized learning.
If you want to know about the limitations, you need to read my paper that I'm going to publish. I'm writing about that one.
Yeah, that's one. That's one.
Yeah. To talk about the limitation and challenge, I will say there are thousands of challenges that you may encounter when you are using these AI tools. I will focus on ChatGPT, okay? Because there are also other AI tool and application. They also have their respective challenge and difficulty as well. In ChatGPT, the main challenge is, like Ari said, reliability. We cannot rely on anything on a ChatGPT. Then why are we still using the ChatGPT? Because it's helpful.
Yes.
So yeah, ChatGPT is helpful, but it is not too reliable. When I'm conducting a research with my students, what we experience is that sometimes it gives the unrelated answer. We ask something, but it gives the answer totally unrelated with the questions. And another thing is that technical issues. For the student who has the lack of a digital literacy, they will have the difficulty to use the ChatGPT. And another thing is that the sources, like Ari said, sometimes ChatGPT lie. The sources are not really existing in a website or in the internet. It just provide what they can find within a few minutes. So it is not all reliable. So if you think that the ChatGPT or some other AI tool can replace all of our profession, then you are totally wrong. Especially like if your profession is related to medicine or engineering, then you are still okay. You will not lose your job in the future.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for your encouraging us as the English teachers in the future, right? Okay. Yes, I agree with this. I remember the last semester, Achan Ali asked us to write an argumentative essay. Is it possible replacing AI in the place of teacher role? Yes, this is a very argumentative essay. But when I heard your suggestion, your discussion, yes, I feel very relief in my mind. So thank you for your suggestion. Okay. Yes, you focus on ChatGPT, yes, ChatGPT is the main point, when we mention AI, because a lot of students uses both ChatGPT. Yes, reliability, according to Ari, and you mentioned reliability is the most important thing we need to remember. We need to notice in our AI role. Okay. Sometimes, you gave an example, right? The student asked this question, but a related question come out. So, so if we don't have some kind of knowledge or some kind of things we need to know, we cannot say it's lie or it's true. So when we just copy, yes, it's totally unethical, right? So that we, focusing AI and focusing yourself, focusing your knowledge, focusing your skill is also important, right? Economy mentioned, because AI is not, human. It's just a technical technology. When it comes to the teacher role, yes, the teacher has emotion. He has, uh, conscious mind, subconscious mind, conscious mind, but technology doesn't have. That's why I agree with you. AI cannot change the teacher role in the future.
That's the main thing that we also encounter, that like I said in the beginning of our meeting, we don't have the sense of a human. We don't have the sense of belonging when we chat with a ChatGPT.
Yes, belonging.
It's a robot. It can give you the immediate response, but sometimes it is not that natural. You might feel that that is not the answer that I want, and you ask again and again, and then they give you the same response. So and you get bored of it. It's it's like playing a game. You play a game for the 1,000 times, and then you know what is gonna happen next. What is gonna happen in the next chapter, like that. So that you bored of it, and then you don't want to use it anymore. But one different thing about the AI is that humans are trying to develop in again and again. So they provide the new features, new function as well. They tested it. So that's why people stay using it.
Yes. Okay.
So maybe
Thank
in the future it can lead to the robot uprising, hopefully.
Yeah. But yeah, you mentioned medicine, engineering, yeah, this kind of stuff can be replaced by AI. Yes, I'm worried about that too. Okay.
Not yet, but possibly. But I think it will take a very long time.
Yes. Our 3 or 4 next generations maybe. Okay. Okay, thank you for your discussion about this. Okay, the next point I want to mention this is, in what ways, in what ways can AI support students with special learning needs or disabilities? It's like the student with special learning needs and student with disability. How can AI is helpful? How can AI be helpful like that. Okay. So I would like Ari.
Ari or Terry?
Ari.
Ari,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Ari. Oh, okay.
Mm,
Yes.
yeah, okay. Actually, so far, I have no idea how can I help the student with disability because
Yes.
I have no, I haven't found any cases about what can AI do to help people with disability. But what I can think right now is that maybe um I don't know what is the name of the AI, but there are some AI who can, read the text. So I think that will be very helpful for people who have visual impairments because they cannot read, but they can, read a book with the help of AI, that the AI can, can read it for you. So I think that is one of the what is it? What one of the good things of AI that can help student with disability, like audio book.
Mm.
Yeah. And another thing, I don't know. So far, I can only think about that one, but I am sure that there are more that
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
can AI do to help people with disability. Yeah.
Yes. 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 Thank you for your sharing. Yes. You mentioned that AI. When we talk about AI and how is make the student with disabilities to be able in their learning system, in their learning process. This matters there. Yes, some students they have a problem with eyesight. Okay, at that time, AI can read books. With even in our normally we can make we can download a PDF file and we upload in the AI. We can make them read. Even though we can ask it to summarize. Okay, what price there? Yes, it kind of the student with disability, especially who has problem with eyesight. Yeah, you mentioned that. We can create audio for the just listening what the book is what the book is goes just like that. Okay, thank you for your discussion. And then what about Terry when it comes to that point?
For that one that Ari mentioned, I know that application. It is called Read Aloud.
I'll read aloud.
And yeah, you just put the text file that you want it to read, and then you can even choose the accent. Like if you want to use it in the Thai accent, you can use it as a Thai accent, UK accent, British accent, US accent like this. So it depends on the choice that you make. It can read you in a different way. Also, you can adjust like slow or quick like that as well.
Mm.
And to answer your question, yeah, for the student with a special needs, of course, AI is a really a must thing that we need to apply in the accreditation system. I will give you another example because I already gave you with the eyesight visual impairment, right? So do you know that Stephen Hawking, right? Professor Hawking.
Yes.
Yeah, Stephen
Yes.
Hawking has a also disability. He had to sit on a chair all of his life. So the way that he tried to communicate, that is can be also considered as a AI as well. So the things that he think in his brain is directly connected to that function that is connected to his computer, and then the computer read out what his brain is thinking. So it is also one of the AI thing. So yeah, that is one of the example that how AI is useful for people with special needs. And there are also many other way as well, not only
Mm.
visual or the disability.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, yes. You mentioned this a valuable experience. Yeah. You gave example with the famous scientist. Okay, Stephen Hawking. Yes, he's very famous. Yes, I saw him a lot of interview. He didn't speak, right?
Mhm.
He just using technical assistance to type, just type in, according to you mentioned, the brain is connected with the computer, so the computer can make the language about what he is talking.
Mm.
Yes, you just gave an example about application. This called read aloud. Yes. So in this here, if the someone wants to know read aloud, so that yeah, I think read aloud is can be applied in only computer or both computer on both computer in phone or only in a computer.
Both. It is an application, so you can
Just
download.
application. Oh yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Yes. I want to mention. Yeah. 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 When we yes AI. You know when we said when we come to AI, it's also related to robot. You know. Yeah. Sometimes the people who cannot walk, but I think in the futures they can work with the help of robot. Okay, they set up in their leg, or someone who have a disability with their hand. Yes, the robot can make them doing with their hand. So yeah, this kind of AI is very helpful in the people with disabilities. Yes. Okay. Okay. And then the next point I would like to discuss is that okay. What role do ethics and data privacy play in the use of AI in education? Okay, study from Terry.
Okay, so data privacy and ethics. When people use the AI, people accuse that that is unethical, and it is a kind of a plagiarism. So some teachers encourage not to use the AI when you are learning, especially to the students. And I was also one of those kind of teachers in the past. I always ask the student not to use the AI, not to use the internet, not to find the information. But
Yeah.
even if you ask the student not to use, will the student listen to you? Not really. They will use it one way or another, right? So instead of asking not to use, why don't you allow them to use and give the proper way, proper instruction how to use the AI? And it will be better, right?
Yes.
That's the idea that I got it from my professors. I discussed with my professor, and then they mentioned that even if you ask not to use to the students, the student will use definitely when you are not around, when you are not together with them. So instead of trying to avoid using it, you just show how to use it in the class. Then student will know what is being ethical and what is being unethical.
Yes.
You can provide it to avoid the plagiarism as well. Not to copy, for example, like not to copy all the things that you think from you see from the ChatGPT, publicity, and try to update it, try to change, try to paraphrase, things like that.
Yes. Yes.
And for the data privacy thing, yeah, there is another concern that students have it. When I do the research about this AI, the things that I found is that not only we worry about that student will copy the things from the AI, but also the students are worried about that their ideas will be copied to AI as well, which means that when they put the prompts into the ChatGPT, they think that the ChatGPT will copy their ideas and then transfer it to the another one who is using at the same time. So sometimes they are afraid to use the ChatGPT, which is very interesting as well. That's what I encounter during doing my research. So for the data privacy, I think I'm not quite sure about it because I'm not very proficient about the technology thing. Maybe they will copy your idea and then transfer it to the other people as well. They will keep it when you put as a prompt into the ChatGPT. But as long as it's still helpful, and as long as we consider it as a sharing, because we right now we are also sharing, right? I am giving my idea, you're also giving the idea to me as well, right? So it's just a sharing. So data transparent is not a problem at all unless you provide something very confidential things.
Okay. Thank you for your discussion about the point. Yes, I agree with you. When it comes to using AI, yes, we need to focus a lot of things, just like an ethical plagiarism, right? Yeah. Sometimes are hard. Some teachers they don't want the student use AI, but according to your mention, behind the scene, we cannot know the student may not use or not. And so mostly they can use this, right? They may use, okay. Yes, according to your mention about your suggestion, instead of instead of prohibit them using AI, why don't we allow them using in a good way, proper way? Okay, this is a very good point. Okay, another point is that you mentioned the transform information, just like the AI. When we give the prompt, the AI use this and transfer another tools. Yeah, this case, I also heard about maybe the last month. We have a technology sections,
Mhm.
series sections. The teacher, maybe I forgot her name. She shares valuable experience about AI. She said that AI and tools are related to each other. That if
Mhm.
you use this, your information may be transformed another way. So according to your mention, sometimes it can helpful, and it can be dangerous to our privacy. Yeah, that's one. So we need to be careful about using AI. Okay, thank you for your discussion. What about Ari? According to that point,
Yep. I have the same idea with Terry because to be
yeah.
honest, I am very afraid to use ChatGPT in the beginning. I
Yeah.
rarely use ChatGPT, but when Terry introduced me to ChatGPT and also some of my professor introduced me to ChatGPT, actually it's helpful.
Mm,
And yeah, I agree. I have the same idea with Terry that instead of telling your student not to use ChatGPT, tell us how to use it properly because I have attended some seminars about how to use ChatGPT properly, how to avoid plagiarism, stuff like that, so that we can use it properly. We can use it in the right way to avoid the plagiarism or something like that. So yeah, instead of prohibiting your student in using that, so it will be better for us to introduce us and teach us how to use it properly. Mm.
okay, thank you for your sharing. You mentioned that with your experience, yeah, the first time you're afraid of using this. Yeah, it takes. Maybe a lot of students may be afraid of this, right? Sometimes they may be disrespect if they use AI, because when they use AI, they're typing, another student may abuse them. Oh, you use AI, you are not smart, or something like that. So they may feel insecure. But this kind of situation is normal. Everyone is using AI, but the main point is using with proper way, right? Ethical way. Okay, don't just copy, don't just write everything when you get from AI. You need to edit, you need to you need to be careful about plagiarisms, right? Okay, yes. Thank you for your suggestions and opinion. Okay, the next point is very important, I think. So, how can AI help track and measure student progress and growth over time? Okay, okay, it's time for Terry again. I would like to mention you.
Mm, it is, I, I would say it is hard to measure the progress of the students by just using the AI. Because as I said, AI is just a supportive tool. And it also depends how you use it as well, right? So for me, I only use it for like getting a feedback and getting a suggestion, getting the ideas, only that one. But to measure the progress, it seems like it is like a scoring, marking, things like that. But you need to input something before you use the AI to measure the progress of the students. For that, then I think technology should be advanced more than right now.
Mhm.
Even like there are already some commercial tests like Pearson and any other things that they use the automatic machine scoring system. but stay not available worldwide yet. That means that technology is not advanced that much yet. So measuring the progress of the student is a difficult thing by using the ChatGPT. I'm not quite sure about that. Yeah.
Yes, okay. Thank you for your suggestion and opinion. Yes, yes, you can say that uh, we cannot stand, and we cannot depend on AI only when we grading the student performance, right? Just like you mentioned, AI is just a tools. It's
Mhm.
not, it's not a teacher, it's not a human. So he cannot know just the same with the human because human have a sense of belonging,
Yeah.
according to your machine.
Rating and giving score is possible if you can import the criteria, the rubric, or the table of instruction like this. But when you ask about the measuring the progress, like how much it improved over time, then
Yes.
I would say it would be difficult. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Just like giving feedback, ideas, suggestion, and a marking system is possible using AI. But
Mm.
beyond that, we
Mm.
cannot depend on AI, right? It's time for human process. It's time for human role, just like teacher role. Yeah, that's one. The when we go back the first point you mentioned, AI cannot change the human role, just like the teacher role in
Mm.
teaching's environment. Yes,
Mm.
agree with you. And then you mentioned already mentioned that if we want AI's grading our student performance, yeah, the technology should be more advanced than now, right? Yes, agree that. Okay. So what about you, Ari?
Yeah. Actually, I am no one to talk about the student growth and also student progress in using
Yes.
AI. But according to what I did in my organization, because we have some awards for our members, like the most active members, the most helpful members, and something like that. So we use AI. I don't know. I think Google spreadsheet is also considered as AI, right?
Mm,
So we have those kind of tools to help us in measuring their participation because we have weekly meetings, we have monthly with meeting and stuff like that. So we kind of record everything about one by one about their participation in every meeting. So in the end of the organization, in the end of our managerial, there will be a recap. There will be what is it? It's like a number. Okay, so this member, the participation is 75% participation and blah 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 blah, something like that. So that from that data, we can see that okay, so this student, oh not this, sorry, not this student, this member is, you know, they can be rewarded as the most active member during our organization, something like that, so that we can also manage and also maintain and also see their progress and also their growth during this organization. Yeah, something like
thank you for your sharing. Yeah, you mentioned that we use AI in a good way, just like we can make the progress, we can notice the progress of our members. Just like we did something about a workshop on our meeting is using AI with them, like just like we collect data, right? We using
that.
AI just like the Google Doc, Google Form, right? When we ask the question, AI is very helpful. We can just click, and how many percentage is good, how many percentage is bad, how many percentage improve, how many percentage need to be improved, something like that. So the AI create with a table, with a bar chart, with a line graph, something like that, right? So that is very helpful. We notice our members even in the classroom. I think we can collect the data like that, right? Using AI. Because the Google Form or Google Docs also AI, right? So that we can collect data like that. That's very helpful. Okay, thank you for your opinions and your discussion. Okay, now we are moving to the last stand. Okay, the last part. Okay, so what does the future of personalized learning and AI look like in the future? So in the future, what does it look like? AI and personalized learning. Okay, instead, I would like to start from Ari.
Okay. Actually, for now, I cannot think of anything about that idea, but I just read some information about the collaboration of ChatGPT and also Google Scholars. I saw that kind of information. So in the future, there will be a collaboration between ChatGPT and also Google Scholars. They are going to collaborate. And for example, if we are going to ask some question, and ChatGPT will provide the answer based on the research and also the journal that were published in Google Scholar. So the source is more reliable, the data is more reliable. So yeah, that will be very interesting and also exciting because finally they have, reliable sources to answer the question from the people who use ChatGPT. So that will be very interesting.
Okay, this is very good. Huh? It's a very grateful information here from you. Yes, yes. When I wish like that Google and Google Scholar plus ChatGPT. If you are ChatGPT, he send you to the Google Scholar. So it is very reliable because in the Google Scholars, a lot of the papers, thesis and articles, journals, they are, you know, the resource is reliable. So because we can see the orders, the years, the publication years, something like that. Okay. So yeah, in the future, I think AI can be more and more advanced and more reliable, more trustful, more helpful. Yes, I agree with that. So, okay, when it comes to that point, what about Terry?
Did you already mention enough yet? And it's an obvious answer that of course it will be more advanced in the future as well. So it will be more helpful. Like I said in the beginning, um, it can be more advanced and it will have more functions. It will be more reliable because people are trying to develop it day by day. But can it replace human? Maybe, possibly, but not immediately yet.
Yeah.
And yeah, in the future for the personalized learning, and another way we can also call it as embedded learning that we self-study in. For the things, yeah, maybe it is possible that people will stop going to school and people will just use the computer and the AI tools to learn in the learn at home. But what can be lack of from this kind of learning? You may not have the reliable instructor. You may not have the guidance. So you will use the AI, but how you will use it properly, how you will use it effectively. Not all the things from the AI are reliable. We already mentioned about that. So if you only have the AI, who will say that, oh, this is the wrong way to use, oh, this is the wrong thing, oh, you cannot rely on it, or this is not effective. Who will say this? Who will guide these things in your life? So yeah, it will be advanced and people will use more and more in their self-study for using the AI, but still we might need the instructor as well
Yes, yes.
to
Yeah.
be effective way that do we use effectively.
Yes, I agree with this. Even though the AI is more and more advanced in the futures, it still needs the facilitators, the instructors, to just like to manage the learners, how they approach, how their learning process go, the wrong way or the right way. Only the instructor, I mean the human, know this AI doesn't because AI just explaining the information, just giving information. He cannot know the human nature, right? That's one. The learning process may be a little bit hard if they don't have the facilitator, the instructors in the futures. Okay, so it is come to an I. I would like to ask you again. So, how would you like to suggest the learners, especially the juniors, the next coming students about AI? So study from Ari.
Okay, so what I would like to suggest is that, every technology, there will always be a positive and also the negative thing. Even though, yes, using AI, there are a lot of negative things that, that may be happening, like plagiarism or the misuse of the AI itself. But there are also a lot of things that we can take advantage by using AI. A lot of things that we can do, like we get a lot of information, we get a lot of learning process, we get a lot of material and stuff like that. So be focused on the good things instead of the bad things, do do use AI properly and appropriately according to the ethics, according to the, yeah, just use it properly so that we can avoid every bad things from the AI. So maybe that's all that I can say.
Okay. Thank you for your sharing a suggestion about AI and the future's learners. Okay. So what about you, Terry?
We, yeah, use it. If you don't use it, you will never know it. So try to use it and
Yes.
then you will see by yourself that what are the challenges and what are the benefits from using it. So just try to explore and then you will see. And I really, really encourage all of you to use in your daily life, not only for the studying, you can use it in so many ways, like we already mentioned, right? Try to use it.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you for your suggestion. You already mentioned that just use it, but remember it has negative, positive effect. Okay. But I would like to say that if we use Facebook, if we see the advertisement, we just click it, but the next time the related advertisement came to us a lot of,
Mhm.
a lot. So I'm worried about that. If they know our preference, they know our mind, something like that. So,
Mhm.
so what about in the future, in this kind of situations? They can control our, mindset or not. Sometimes, so it is possible in the future.
It is not possible. It's already happened in our daily life already.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know, like 2 days ago, I mentioned about, oh, rabbit are cute. I would like to adopt a rabbit. And then few minutes later, so many posts about a rabbit in my newsfeed. So it's
Yes.
like they are also listening to us
Yes.
like this. So it has already happened. It is not a possibility in the future. I think, yeah, it's a commercial one. And also there are a lot of things happening right now in the US. For example, like TikTok is going to ban in US because they, steal the data from the people and transfer it to the political, uh, and they try to get meaningful things like that, especially for the Donald Trump in 2018. I don't remember exactly. Things like that is already happening.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes. Because I found some female students when they don't use the computer, the phone, they use stickers. They close the camera with a sticker. They're afraid of someone is stealing watching them.
I
Okay.
do that as well.
What about you, Ari? How do you think that this kind of situation, just like a safety?
Yeah, actually it's happening already, but we just don't know it. So if you happen to watch, actually there was a movie who talked about this. I don't know what is the title of the movie, I forgot already. So it is about social media. So actually all, correct me if I'm wrong, but all the social media that we have, actually
Mhm.
they have all our data. They just keep our data. Yeah, they know us already. They can track us, they can know our interests and everything. So that's why whenever we search something online, they can know our preference and all that because
Yeah.
they save our data already. So yeah, actually it's
Later.
happening already.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you for your sharings today. So I will know a big thank to you guys. You are special guests today in our FBI podcast according to the topic related to AI and educational role. Okay. So have a good night. Thank you for your heavy meeting with us.
Thank you so much for inviting us.
Pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much. So we will end the meetings, and thank you for coming and discussing these questions with us. And thank you, and also would like to appreciate our hosts and CSL, and also our seniors and our friends from KMUTT that we are really grateful for having a discussion section with you guys. Yeah, thank you so much. If so, we will end the sections. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you again.
Thank you. Bye bye.